Today we've got a pretty cool project to share with you. This is a 2014 Jeep Wrangler that was in need of some updating. Still had the original Uconnect unit in it, which if you've ever used one or own a vehicle that has one currently, you know they're terrible. They need replaced. First order of business was figuring out mounting for our front camera. The client that owns this Jeep actually uses it off-road. Now I know any Jeep owner, I am one, so I get it. The reality is mine's never been off-road, but that's another story for another day. So the front camera needed to be able to have a good downward angle and basically see over the edge of the bumper to see rocks and other obstacles that he might encounter on a trail or at an event. We got Brandon on the case, and he actually came up with a pretty cool solution. He fabricated a steel bracket that essentially hangs off the front of the bumper and gives it a really good downward angle, and I think will help this gentleman really be able to see what he's coming up on. Typically, a front camera gets mounted in the front grille. That just wasn't going to work in this case with how far the bumper sticks out, since there's a winch, and then the stinger that sticks up off the front bumper there. So while he worked on that and getting the radio in there, I went ahead and got to work on a solution for the rear camera. Had a big tire carrier with a license plate in it that had an old camera that we removed, and it also had a little light for brake lights and to light up the license plate. So needed to retain that, but also do a plug that would allow this thing to come off easy, since it had to be removable to be able to get the tire off the tire carrier. I went ahead and used one of these small Deutsch connectors that we have and was able to run the wiring for the camera and for that light through it. So it's nice and easy to use, just one plug to undo. Should be pretty user-friendly and straightforward. As you can see here, nice and easy, just plug it in, stick it into the receiver and tighten the wing nut down and you're all set. So after all that, we went ahead and got the side cameras installed and wired up. Those are pretty straightforward. It's actually a Wrangler specific kit, which we'll show you more about here in a minute. They're super cool. And then here we have the finished product. You can see the camera on the front there, side cameras, and then the one back here on the license plate. So now I'm gonna have Jay show you a few things on this radio because he likes to push buttons.
I don't even see it recording. Edit that part out.
Gotcha.
All right, so today we're in a slightly newer Wrangler, but aged to perfection, right? So with this one, we put new technology in there. We put the new HEIGH10 from Stinger in. It's got the factory fit and finish. It looks like it's supposed to be in here. Huge screen, gives you Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. But one of my favorite features of this that we just did, you can do multiple cameras on it. So you can actually go in and you can pick your cameras if you want. So right there's your backup camera. We did a front camera on this one. We also did side cameras, and I'll show you those in a minute because they're super cool. But the other thing with this, like, that's all cool and all, you can do it manually. But the thing I love is with this camera, when you get below a certain speed, the front camera will kick on automatically. Obviously it's a backup camera as well. When you put it in reverse, it's gonna kick on. But my favorite part is the blind spot cameras. So I just turned my left turn signal on. That's what you're seeing at the left of the Jeep right now. So we're outside of this Jeep right now. These are the blind spot cameras that we put on. These are Jeep specific. The thing I love about these is, let's face it, it's a Jeep. You may want to take the doors off in the summertime. They're not mounted to the mirror like they usually are. They're mounted to a bracket that's bolted inside the door jamb. So you can take those doors off and you don't lose the technology that you just put in, just like it came with it.